Today I'm going to be reviewing all of the products offered by Merit Beauty. I have all the Merit products on my face right now, and I will be swatching all of the lipstick colors separately later on in the video so you can see what they look like on me. I am 58 years old and I have a very sensitive and dry skin. So I'm looking for products that can work with my skin and help me to look a bit younger. And I think that the Merit products have worked well for me, so I'm happy to be talking about them. Merit was founded in 2021, and the person that founded it is a woman named Catherine Power, who's like a serial entrepreneur. So she started the Versed skincare product company, which is sold at Target. She's also involved in a clean wine company called Abilene, and she's also involved in a website online that's on fashion and beauty called Who, What, Where. So she's has a focus on clean beauty products, and these products are clean at Sephora. Overall, they have pretty good ingredients, and they've worked pretty well for me, with a few exceptions, so I'll be talking about that. There's a video on the Merit website where Catherine Power talks about how she developed these products for busy working moms like herself so that she could spend a maximum of 5 minutes a day and look a little bit better, but not look overly made up. But I think this is an aesthetic that I like a lot personally, but if you're looking for a much more dramatic makeup look, then this is probably not going to be the line for you. These products are also Leaping Bunnies certified, so they are cruelty-free and they're also vegan. They're sold as clean at Sephora. You can also find them on the Merit website, and some of them are available at Kohl's department stores. Most of the ingredients in these products are what I would call safe synthetics. So they're not trying to use natural ingredients. They're using a lot of laboratory ingredients, but they're ones that EWG generally considers to be not very problematic in terms of being irritating or unsafe. Now, the first product that I would like to talk about is the Merit Great Skin Instant Glow Serum. So this is a product that has 4 different kinds of hyaluronic acid in it, so it's meant to serve as a hydrator for your skin. It's the kind of the consistency of water, and it has, it separates into oil and water, so you have to shake it up before you put it on your skin. And it serves supposedly as a bit of a primer. I think it does make my skin feel a little bit more tacky so that makeup works better on it. This has a quite clean ingredients list, and I've not found it to be problematic for me at all. I think that maybe if you have skin that is not quite as dry as mine, then you might be able to just use this without any moisturizer, but I've found that I need to use quite a bit of moisturizer on it to work for me. But I do like the product, and I think that it does seem like it's good for my skin. The next product is a concealer, and it is called the Minimalist Complexion Stick. So the idea with this is that they're suggesting that you don't need to put foundation on your whole face, and instead you can just use this stick concealer to put the product on just a small blemishes or whatever kinds of discolorations that you may have, and then use this little brush to go over it and smooth it in. And I have found this to be a very nice product. Unlike a lot of other concealers, it doesn't seem to emphasize the wrinkles on my face, so I'm really happy about that. I think it does blend into my face really easily. I have the shade Cream, but I've found also that the shade Linen also works well for me. So it's pretty flexible in terms of it blending in and not looking like you're wearing any foundation at all. Now the product does have 2 kinds of silicones in it. It also has BHT, which is a preservative that helps fats to keep from going rancid. And I don't think that this has been a problem for me. I'm more concerned with BHT if it's in things like lip products, which is not the case in the Merit line. It also has 2 kinds of silicone in it, which I think is part of the reason why the product does not emphasize my wrinkles too much. But overall, I haven't experienced any irritation from this product. The ingredients list looks pretty clean to me, and I've been really happy using it personally. Also, I've used this product quite a bit, and there is still quite a lot of product left in here. And now the product is available for the same price, but you get 1.7 times as much. So I'm feeling like this is a pretty good value these days. And there are a few other stick concealers or cream concealers that have worked similarly to the Merit one, but I've found that this was one of my favorites. So the next product is the Merit Bronze Balm. So this is a cream bronzer that was introduced in summer of 2022. I found this to be a particularly sheer product that goes on without looking very obvious. So for those who think that a bronzer should have the purpose of making their skin actually look a lot darker, this might not be the right product, because even if you get a darker shade, it's not going to make your skin look obviously a lot darker. I like that a lot, and I've used this one a lot, and I think it just makes me look a little bit healthier without actually calling attention to itself or being something that I need to worry about making sure that I get smoothed on. It's also very easy to blend in. Another good thing about this is that this light shade, which is called Quince, it tends to be on the warm side. So I really like that a lot. A lot of bronzers tend to be much more neutral, and then they tend to look muddy on my face. So I've been really enjoying using this particular product. The next shade up is called Clay, and that is a little bit more neutral. Now, in terms of the negatives, when I first got this product, the product just fell right out of the container onto the floor. So I was able to pick it back up and put it back in the container. And I haven't had any problems with it since then, but some people would think that that was not a good thing to have happen to them. The other thing that you should know about this product is that, again, it does have silicones in it, and it does have BHT in it. I have not found that to be an issue, but if those are things that you are trying to avoid, then this wouldn't be a good product for you. Now, the next product that I want to talk about is the Merit Flush Balm, and this is their blush, and it is very similar, I think, to the bronzer in terms of how it goes on the skin. It goes on very sheer and very easily and blends in very nicely. I have two colors of this. I have Terracotta, which is a neutral peach, and I have Beverly Hills, which is a peachy pink, and both of those have worked really nicely for me, but I've tried on some of the other shades in the Sephora store, and I think that I could really wear many of these different colors of blush because they are on the muted side. So I have enjoyed using those. I think that, if I show you them swatched on my hand, they really look very similar to the bronzer. So even though the ingredients are slightly different, they both seem to be very similar formulas. And they do have some silicones in them, they do have some BHT in them, but I haven't found them to be irritating at all, and I've really enjoyed using them. The next product that I want to talk about is the Merit Day Glow, which is a highlighter that does not go on as being shiny or artificial looking. It looks quite natural. Again, like the other Merit products, it goes on very easily. So I did enjoy using it for a while. Unfortunately, this highlighter seems to have the tendency to go rancid and develop a very unpleasant smell after a while. And I've heard this from 6 other people on YouTube, most of whom had no idea that it was an issue for anybody else. And I also read about this in some of the user reviews. For me, it took about 6 months after I purchased the product, and then it did start to smell quite bad to the point that I didn't want to use it. Now, I think this is something that some people would not be bothered by at all, and other people would be bothered by a lot. But I feel like I did not get my full value out of this highlighter because it went bad so early, so I probably wouldn't buy that one again. That one does not have BHT in it, but maybe it should if it's going to smell like that. Now, I talked to the company and I asked them where they were getting the squalane that they're using as their main ingredient. The squalene is sometimes made from sharks, although this is supposed to be vegan squalane, and it's sometimes made from olives, and then sometimes it's made from bioengineered sugar microbes that break down sugarcane. In this case, Merit told me that the squalane came from sunflower seed oil, and so I can kind of see why it might develop a smell like this, because sunflower seed oil does have the potential to go rancid. So probably I wouldn't buy this again, even though it's very pretty, because I think that a highlighter should last for more than 6 months. Recently, I've been using a highlighter from a company called Violette FR, which is from France. And this one seems to me to be very similar to the Merit highlighter, except so far it's been fine for me. So probably I will stick with that one if I want to get this kind of a look. The next product that I want to talk about is an eyebrow gel called Brown 1980. And the idea with this product is that it is like a mascara and you brush it on your brows so that they look darker and fuller. I use this along with an eyebrow pencil because my eyebrows are so sparse. And this one comes in 3 shades. It comes in a blonde, which I'm wearing right now, a brown, and a soft black. And the 2 lighter colors are both on the cooler side, so I think that they work very well with gray hair or graying hair. If you have red hair, then they might not work as well for you because they're a lot less reddish than some brow gels that are out there. Now, I have had a lot of problems with brow gels. I've tried at least 25 of them, and most of them have not worked for me at all. Some of the brow gels have arrived totally dried up and unusable, and other brow gels have caused there to be an aching in my eyebrow area that makes me feel like something bad is getting into my head, so I don't feel crazy about that. You know, before I started using brow gels, I kind of assumed that, oh, it's just growing on my hair and so it shouldn't matter. But I think that probably it's actually the case that the pores behind the eyebrows are so large that whatever you put on the brows does get inside the head. So if I start to get that aching feeling in my head, then I start to think this is probably not a good product for me. Now for this product, I didn't have any problems at all at the beginning, but after about, I would say about 15 uses, the product started to get dried up. And it also started to ache a little bit when I would use it. So I feel like maybe that the problematic ingredients in the product, especially these preservatives, may have become more concentrated as the product became more dried out. I also think that the number of uses that I got from it were not quite as many as I've gotten from other kinds of brow gels. I'm especially fond of the Kosas one, and I also like the Jane Iredale ones. So probably I will stick with that in the future. But I would say that of the brow gels that I have tried, this is one of the better ones. Now the next product that I really do like quite a lot is the Merit Clean Lash. And this is a tubing mascara. It's available only in black. And I found that compared to many of the mascaras that I've used, it's worked very easily in terms of being able to create a nice look on my lashes without any clumping or smearing or flaking. And it comes off very easily in warm water. So all in all, I think that this is a really good product. It creates a much more natural look than many mascaras. So if you're looking for something more dramatic, again, as with all the Merit products, this is probably not going to be the right product for you. But for me, I think it's been one of my favorite mascaras, and I don't even like mascara very much. It's very similar, I think, to the new Caloray mascara, which is also a tubing mascara. So I feel like these two are almost interchangeable to me. I do like the Caloray one because I can get a small tube of it and therefore replace it more often for hygiene reasons. But overall, I would definitely buy the Merit product again, and I bought it a couple of times so far. Now, the mascara does have a couple of problematic ingredients in it. It has stearists in it, which would prevent it from being sold at Credo at all. Apparently, there's a contamination risk with that. And it has phenoxyethanol in it, but I've found that I've tolerated it just fine, and so much more so than most of the mascaras that I've tried, including the clean ones. The next product that I want to talk about is the Merit Shade Slick Tinted Lip Oil. So this is similar to a lip gloss, except that it is not as shiny as most lip glosses, not as sticky, not as thick. It goes on very thin, but somehow it goes on so that it is very easy and looks quite nice and quite natural. And that's what I'm wearing right now in the shade Marrakesh, which is like a peach shade. And I've been really happy with how this product tastes and how it looks. I think that even though I don't usually wear a lip gloss very much, this is one of Merit's better products. It has a very clean ingredient list, and I would definitely like to try some more colors of this. Now, for the last part of the video, I have put on the shade Tiger in the Merit lipstick. I have been really surprised at how much I like these lipsticks. They go on like a balm and they feel really moisturizing to me, but they do seem to have more of the refined look of a lipstick, and they seem to last pretty well, and they taste quite good to me also. They were introduced at the beginning of 2022 at New York Fashion Week. They were worn by a model named Bella Hadid. So this is a really nice product, I think, and a very nice addition to the Merit line. I have liked them so much that I have all of the shades in them now, so I'm going to be swatching them for you right in just a few seconds. These lipsticks do have some phenoxyethanol, which is a preservative in the ingredients list. I am not that crazy about the idea of having that in lipstick, but I haven't felt bothered by this product at all. They also have a few artificial colors. They also list flavor on the ingredients list, and I was not real happy about this, so I asked Merit what exactly the flavor was. And what they told me is that it was just raspberry oil. So I'm not sure why they don't just put that on the ingredient list if that's what it is, but I believe them that it's just raspberry oil because it really does taste quite good to me. I've tried quite a few lipsticks over the past couple of years, and there are a few other products that I do like, but I would say that these Merit ones are probably my most favorites. So here are the swatches.
I've seen a lot of change, been through a lot of pain. Some things are not the same as they were a year ago, but all will be okay. I move on each and every day. The past is where it stays, way back a year ago. I've changed for the better this time. I thought I would never be fine. I strive just to say I'm alright, and for the first time in a long time I'm alright. I've seen a lot of change, been through a lot of pain. Some things are not the same as they were a year ago, but all will be okay. I move on each and every day. The past is where it stays, way back a year ago. I'm not falling. I'll push all my chips and call all in. I'll bet on myself, you keep stalling. I hear destiny and it's calling. I'll keep my head up high through the downs and lows, and we're all going live. Still nobody knows, but I'ma choose what's right and take what comes and goes. And ain't no one in life holding me back no more. I've seen a lot of change, been through a lot of pain. Some things are not the same as they were a year ago, but all will be okay. I move on each and every day. The past is where it stays, way back a year ago.
Now that last shade of lipstick is called Apertif, and so far it's only been available in the holiday collection, but I am hoping that it will be brought back again by Merit because I really do like it, and I think that it's a lipstick that would work well on many people. The other thing to know about the lipsticks is that a couple of them have broken on me, the 1991 and the slip one, and I've heard that the slip one has broken on a number of other people, so these lipsticks are kind of delicate, and so you may want to be very cautious in terms of being gentle with them if you do decide to buy them. One other thing that I didn't talk about was this brush. This is called brush number 1 that Merit sells. And I thought that before I purchased it that probably I wouldn't use it that much because I have a lot of other brushes, or that I would probably use it with my fingers. In the end, I think that the brush actually is very nice. It's quite soft. It does help the foundation to go on more quickly and evenly. And so I think that especially if you can get it as part of a kit, that it may be worthwhile and that you may get some use out of it. So all of the information that I've discussed today is summarized in an article on my website, which is called Living Clean in a Dirty World. And while you're on the website, you may want to sign up for my newsletter, which comes out only occasionally. In addition, you will be automatically signed up to participate in my monthly sweepstakes, where I give away a variety of really high quality, cleaner makeup and skincare products, including some products from Merit. In addition, I hope that you will sign up for the subscriber list here on YouTube. All right, here we go. Look at the camera. Thanks very much for watching. Coco and I love you very much. Thank you, Coco.